Hello, my name is Steve Driscoll with Mellberg Marketing, Mellberg.com and SearchEngineBlueprint.com, and today we're going to do a search engine analysis sample for DSNWparts.com. Now, the first thing I want to start off is by looking at the site. And what DSNW Parts does is they specialize in Porsche parts. And it is a real niche that has a barrier to entry. Not just anybody that wants to build a site for Porsche parts can go about doing it. They have to have specialized knowledge. They have to be able to get their hands on the parts and have the information to be able to know what goes where. They also have to be able to, if they're going to do it on a web-based situation, be able to optimize for that niche. And so if you can get 2 out of 3, you're well on your way to making a lot of money in this particular segment. Now, what this website has already is 2 out of 3. It has the information and the knowledge. It has the access to the parts, but what it needs is to actually drive traffic using the first 2 things, and that's going to make its website a standalone entity that not only uses the website for the processing of revenue, but also the generation of revenue, and that is what search engine optimization is all about. And with search engine optimization, we're actually going to use this to find hidden niches within the current market. We're going to use it to drive traffic to our site. We're going to use it to increase the conversions from the traffic that we get. And this is ultimately going to multiply your bottom line. And here, we're looking at some keyword research that we did. And what we're doing is we're going to look for undiscovered opportunities within the current business. And we're looking for opportunities that have high demand, low competition, and then these become the targets that we're going to optimize for. And as we take a closer look at some of the keywords that we've just kind of sifted through, we can see that we have a jackpot on our hands. Now what that keyword is used parts 1974 914 Porsche. Those keywords can be mixed up in a myriad of different ways when somebody searches. But right now there are between 17 and 29 people searching for this per day with almost no competition. What no competition means is nobody has optimized their page for these particular keywords right here. And that is a great thing to know. And what this means for us is if we can optimize one page that is very specific to that information, which is used parts 1974 914 Porsche, which I've known just by looking at the site is very relevant, then you're going to have a lot of people who are looking to buy and spend money with you just by optimizing for that one keyword on one page because there's no competition. And those are the kind of niches that we're looking for. Also, you see that Porsche 924 parts wanted is another area that there's very, very, very little competition. And it looks like with that keyword, there are people that are trying to sell those parts. That are actually looking for people who want to buy those parts, which may or may not be applicable to your site. But I'm just trying to point this out that just because a site has a quote-unquote jackpot situation with good demand and low competition doesn't necessarily mean that's going to apply to your site or what you're trying to do. It's our job to take both sets of information and put them together to find the best keywords that are going to provide the most revenue for your site. The next step is that we analyze the keywords in the competition. We find what keywords the competition is using, and we find out what we need to do to outrank them, and then we put that into action. Now, to get just a peek of this, we actually start by benchmarking the competition. This means we actually steal their keywords and study their strategy. And ultimately, we improve upon them and develop superior strategies to drive traffic and to win customers. For example, here we see the keywords that we're going to be looking at. We're going to look at the competition right in here, and here we're going to look at where our site does in conjunction with a competitor, which is PelicanParts.com. And we can see that this is where PelicanParts.com falls in with these keywords here, and this is the total competition. Now for these 4, which is not a big list, and usually we can get hundreds or thousands if we need to in order to find the right keywords for you. But like I said, this is just a peek. So we see that DSNW Parts is number 13 for the term Porsche OEM parts, whereas Pelican Parts is number 4. Well, that tells me that without a lot of work at all, we could easily overtake Pelican Parts for this keyword. Also, even though you don't rank for any of these others, just by seeing how they do on theirs, and by looking at their site, and by looking at their strategy, I know exactly what we have to do to overtake them in rankings. And by doing that, we're going to actually look at the big picture target. And by doing that, we're going to look at the keywords not just with one site, but to all the competition within a given search engine. For this example, Google. We're going to look at all the pages we're going to compete with. We're going to look at the optimized pages, and that's really the competition. We're going to see how many links it takes to get to number 1, how many links it takes to get to number 10. Because if I can get the number of links coming into my site somewhere between here, or here, or here, and if I can get my page rank between here, then I'm going to be on the first page of results. In order to outrank everybody else, I need to generally get more links than the number 1 result and a higher page rank than the number 1 result. However, to be successful, I know that I don't need to be the number 1 result in every case. For example, if I'm the number 3 result for used Porsche parts, I'm probably going to sell a decent amount of parts just from that search term. And I'm not going to need to put anywhere near the amount of work, time, or resources into getting 724 links, because I know just to be on the first page, all I really need is more than 61 links to be on that first page of results, and probably somewhere around a couple hundred to be in the top 3. However, for the keyword buy Porsche parts, right here, now not a lot of people search for the term buy Porsche parts. However, nobody really goes after that keyword at all. In fact, to be on the first page of results, the number 10 has only 12 links to it, and it's not showing any links to the number 1 result, which is the exception to the rule. Also, for page rank, it shows the page rank for number 10 is 1 and not applicable. For number 10 and not applicable for the number 1 result, which again is the exception to the rule. However, there's only 1,420 optimized pages in Google's index for the keywords buy Porsche parts. Now, why is this important? Well, the reason it's important is, although not many people use the term buy Porsche parts when they search, the people that do are absolutely guaranteed to buy a Porsche part because they are looking to spend money. And the entire reason they put in the term buy Porsche parts means they are looking to spend money right then, that day. So these are the kind of keywords that really boost your conversions. These are the kind of keywords that put money in your pocket. So again, when you sign with Mellberg.com, all of this will be explained in much greater detail as far as how it relates to your site. So again, we're going to look to see what it takes to be number 1, what it takes to be on the first page, and then where you can maximize your opportunities. So I thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Steve Driscoll with Mellberg Marketing, Mellberg.com, and SearchEngineBlueprint.com. I thank you very much.